What's up, Louis? It's Guys here. Low income earners think it's impossible to buy a house with a 10,000 Rand per month salary in South Africa. But what if I told you there's a specific government grant that can help you do just that, and most people don't even know it exists? This isn't a loan, it's free money from the government to help you buy your first property. And later in this video, I'm going to share a real life example of someone I helped, Karabu, a 26-year-old admin assistant who bought her first home using this method without spending any of her own money. Rent is going to go up, groceries are more expensive, transport is more expensive, never mind trying to buy a house, right? But if you're tired of living an average life with nothing to show for your hard work, then this video is 100% for you. Because if you follow my 5 super simple steps, I'll show you how to buy a house without using any of your own money, and you can do it within the next 90 days. Or you can skip this video and stay exactly where you are, a renter forever with nothing to pass on to your kids or family. As a full-time real estate investor, of course, I've made many mistakes before, and there was a time where I only earned a salary of 6,500 Rand, and I wish I actually knew the information that I'm going to share in this video. Skip 5 years along, now I own many properties, and that is why I feel obligated to share my information with fellow South Africans to help them improve their financial future. This channel is all about building legacy, so make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel. So before we get into all the nitty-gritty details, FLISP is a government subsidy program called the Financially Linked Individual Subsidy Program, and it helps middle-income South Africans buy their first home, and you can qualify for up to a massive 130,000 Rand in grant funding depending on your specific salary and situation. But for today, let's focus on a salary of 10,000 Rand per month. That's what Karabu was earning when I helped her buy her first home. So let's jump straight into it. The first step is to check if you actually qualify. Before anything else, you need to know if you qualify for FLISP, and here's the requirements to actually qualify. You must be a South African resident over 18 years old, of course. You have to be a first-time home buyer, and you need to be earning between 3,500 and 22,000 Rand per month, single or as a combined income. And you also need to have some dependents, siblings or family or children that is relying on your income. And of course, you need to be approved for a bond. Karabu met these criteria, and she didn't even realize she qualified until we broke it down. Then we get to step number 2, and that is to get pre-approved for a home loan. You must get pre-approved for a home loan before applying for FLISP. If you already have a loan, you missed your chance, so do this first. This is very important. Plus, you need to know what you actually qualify for. And there's no point looking at houses for 600,000 Rand if the bank only approves you for, let's say, 350,000 Rand. I always recommend using a bond originator, and I personally use My Home Loans. You can make sure to use my name as a reference, but it's important to use someone that can leverage your time and get the best banking terms on your behalf. Once you use your bond originator and once you are approved, ask them for a pre-approval letter. This will help with the next step. This is actually where Karabu almost went wrong, but we caught it in time, and I'll tell you how we fixed it later in this video. Step number 3 is to find a suitable property, and this is kind of the fun part of this whole journey. Now that you know your budget, it's time to go house hunting. Start by searching for FLISP properties on Google, look for new developments and gap housing schemes, work with estate agents who have experience dealing with FLISP buyers, and this will take some time to find the perfect property. With a 10,000 Rand a month salary, you'll probably qualify for a property between 300,000 and 350,000 Rand. That might sound low, but my third property was only purchased for 310,000 Rand. So I know these deals exist and there's so much potential under the 500,000 Rand price bracket. My recommendation, of course, is to always make sure you buy a property below its market value. Make sure that the area that you're buying your property in is a great area and that it has resale potential. And make sure that the numbers actually make sense if you ever had to rent out your property. If you want to find out more about property investing or property in general, definitely make sure to check out my real estate playlist. Then we get to step number 4, which is to submit your FLISP application. And once your bond is approved and your offer to purchase has been accepted, you can actually apply for your FLISP grant. I recommend applying through your bank or your developer if it's a new development property, because they'll make sure everything is filled out correctly, and you'll need the following documents. Of course, you will need your ID document, you will have to have a bond approval letter, of course you need your signed offer to purchase on the property that you want to buy, a proof of your dependents, completed FLISP application form, your income tax number, and 3 months pay slips, and of course your banking details. This is where a lot of people get stuck, unfortunately, but with proper guidance it's actually really straightforward. Now, step number 5 is to wait for approval and structure the deal correctly. Now you just wait for the subsidy to be approved and paid out, and hopefully it does get approved. But here's the real game changer. Once the grant is paid, you can structure the deal so that you don't have to pay anything from your own pocket. So let me show you exactly what worked for Karabo. And this is pretty cool because at the end of the day, she didn't have to spend any of her own money. So like I mentioned, Karabo is a 26-year-old admin assistant living in Gauteng. And she earned around 9,800 Rand a month, which is close to the 10,000 Rand per month salary example. She was approved for a bond of 340,000 Rand, but the property she discovered and the one that she actually really liked was a clean 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment just outside of Pretoria, but it was being sold for 400,000 Rand. We applied for the FLISP and she received a 85,000 Rand grant, and my recommendation was the following. We used a 60,000 Rand as a deposit, which is a massive 15% on the 400,000 Rand purchase price, and the remaining 25,000 we used to cover transfer and registration costs. The result, Karabo bought her home without spending a single Rand of her own money. How cool is this? And that's what's possible when you use the system the right way. So, do you want to be the next Karabo? Do you want to focus on buying your first property? If you liked this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, comment down below what you think about the information, and share this with friends or family members that you know will benefit from this information and might find it valuable. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.